Four walls, one corner. That's where you sit. Not trapped, not free, just paused. The world gets too loud sometimes, doesn't it? And silence becomes the only place left to breathe. They call it being lost. But how can you lose something you never really understood? You wake up, you scroll, you smile, you nod. Everyone seems to be running somewhere, and you're still here, trying to find the map. Maybe being lost isn't about direction, maybe it's about meaning. You used to think you'd find yourself in success, in noise, in people, in plans. But maybe you only meet yourself when everything else leaves the room, when it's just you and the echo of your own thoughts. You don't know if you're found yet. But maybe being lost isn't a curse. Maybe it's a reminder that you still have paths left to walk. So if you're here too, in your own four walls, give me 5 minutes of your life. Maybe you'll find a piece of yourself again. Albert Einstein was called slow. His teachers said he'd never achieve much. They thought his silence meant stupidity, but in that silence, his mind was just taking a different road. Steve Jobs dropped out of college, slept on friends' floors, and felt like he'd disappointed everyone. Years later, he built the very thing that changed how the world connects. J.K. Rowling, broke, rejected, and invisible. 12 publishers said no. Then one yes turned her pain into a world millions escaped to. Van Gogh painted hundreds of masterpieces and sold almost none. They called him mad. He called it art. Every one of them was lost once. But being lost didn't end their story, it began it. Maybe being lost isn't a mistake. Maybe it's a sign that you're still searching, that you still care enough to want something more. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just becoming. The roads that look like dead ends are sometimes the ones that quietly turn into beginnings. One day you'll look back and realize the confusion was building you, shaping the version of you that could finally understand why it all had to happen. So don't rush to be found. Sit with it. Let the silence teach you something the noise never could. Because maybe, just maybe, you were never really lost. You were just finding your way slowly.